Hi, this is Jeffrey from Graph Financial. So today this is the second episode about sugar, and we're going to explain why sugar is one of the commodities that are squeezing. As we explained last time, commodities started to squeeze against the official value of the dollar. This was something noted by Henry Thornton. When you have excess of your currency issuance, you have this depeg, or the currency the gold, you start to have a premium of gold above your currency. Well, we have that excessive issuance since 2010, and not surprisingly, what the Thornton described has happened. Now, you have seen that in the past with silver and sugar spiking together. That's what we explained last time. So today we're going to explain something else. There was a presentation by CZAP, which is connecting the different elements. You can click on this link on the side on the presentation. It's a very good presentation, but they are, in our opinion, wrong on the currency. Currency is today financialized. In other words, it's not currency is issued against long duration assets. So let's go and explain that. Financial assets to GDP has been increasing since the 1950s. We've been on a regime of financialization, which was described by as early as 1810 by Thornton, again saying if you put the rates too low, what's going to happen is going to have indefinite increase of debt to GDP, wealth transfer, and the salaries of people lagging. So that's what happened. Now, financial asset to GDP, what's financial asset, bonds and stock, what's GDP, goods, services, and the commodities circulating in the economy. So it means that the commodities are vastly undervalued. The GDP is vastly undervalued related to financial assets. The other difference is that the currency is not a short duration currency. In the past, when you had commodity-based currencies, they were tied to the commodity because the idea was that of a currency is barter. So you barter one commodity for another, and you had currency which were claimed on the commodity, so that in order to save the transport and the cost of transporting the commodity, but this claim on this commodity, typically gold, silver, needed to be checked from time to time. Otherwise, you end up with a gold exchange standard, which UK is issuing a lot of currency as reserve at the same time as gold. So it's the worst of both situations of fiat and gold. And also Bretton Woods, same thing. So there's no check. There's too much issuance, and you don't have a check to force a regulation and to avoid the explosion of debt. Now, we have vastly overvalued financial assets to zero duration assets. Okay, we have a currency which is financialized, so the currency is not tied to, in the old days, Bank of England. What was on the left side was either gold or short duration assets, or government bonds which were redeemable in gold. So you don't have this unanchored long duration financial asset where you have large swings. Once you go into non-redeemable currencies, you started to have very large swings, either in repression of rates that has happened until now, or repression of rates that have happened in the past. For example, during the fiat episode of the UK, you had a repression of rates, and rates went very, very low, and similar to what we had. Okay. Okay, so what does that mean? What is this important? Because we have currently a vastly undervalued situation of zero duration assets, which are commodities related to financial, and which represent what's calculated in the GDP, related to financial assets, which are promises on future GDP. So we have way too much promises and not enough present goods nominally, we don't have enough zero duration, the valuation of zero duration assets, including commodities, too low. So that's the first chapter on the currency, dollar versus the dollar is financialized with long bonds, and the relative value between the currency, which is financialized, the financial assets, which are way too large, and what's circulating in the GDP, goods, services, and commodities, which is way too low. So that's why we have those squeezes. And next time we're going to go in, so that closes the chapter on the currency versus commodities. Okay. Next time we're going to go into the different parts of what is creating this squeeze on silver, on sugar. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.